Hey adventurers, this is Jerry from AdventurousJeriLynn. If this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome to the channel. As you've seen on the title, this is an update. 3 years ago this month, February 2022, 3 years back. Wow, it doesn't seem like it went by so quick, but anyway, it's a 3-year update. I quit my job 3 years ago. Let me give you the backstory if you haven't seen the first couple. I was working in a hospital and for 11 years. And you know, sometimes you have just like a feeling like something just isn't right with you. You know, you can't explain it. You just know that you're not happy and that it's time to move on. Well, long story short, I couldn't pass it up. I just 25 years this month, February 2022. I go, yay, and he goes, no. Anyway, that's just a little inside joke. Anyway, so 3 years ago, you know, I went to him and I said, you know, if I can guarantee that I can still work and bring home the money that I used to bring from the hospital, will you let me quit my job? You know, because I don't want any problems. You know, I don't want it to feel like it's a burden. It's all put on him. He's like, well, just go ahead. Just do it. So I did. And this is actually the first time that and I'm embarrassed to say this, I didn't give a 2-week notice. I didn't. Then I left to become a driver. There's, let's see, what do you call it? There's Lyft, there's Uber, there's different companies, taxi, what have you. I left to become my own driver, self-employed, make my own schedule as a Lyft driver. And I did that for about 8 months. Then I cashed in my 401 from my hospital gig, paid off some bills, and yeah. All right, let's go. What has changed in 3 years since I did this? Now, if you go back to my previous videos, you'll see that my dad always told me, baby, don't ever ask for advice for someone that hasn't went through what you went through and it's worked out. You know, I'm paraphrasing here. You know, you wouldn't go to somebody to, let's cut that. You wouldn't come to me and ask, hey, how do you lose weight? It's not going to happen. As many times as I tried and failed, I am what I am. I'm a thick girl at 55 years old. But you get what I'm saying. Never ask for never ask advice from anyone that hasn't been through it already and has been successful. You just don't. So that's where we're at. Okay. So back to the backstory. My dad had 40 years at a factory, worked 40 years. And then when he retired, he probably got maybe a good 10, 12 years. And then he just passed away suddenly. Well, in January of 2019 was my 40 year. I had worked for 40 years for the man. I got notes here. Air quotes, the man. I dropped my notes. And when I say the man, that means I'm working for someone else. They dictate what I do. Do I get a day off? Do I get vacation? What have you? What schedule am I going to work? When you're self-employed, when you do your own thing, you can do whatever you want. Now, granted, if you want to lay in bed for 3 days straight, you know you're not going to make money. Unless you got some kind of gig where it just, maybe say, I can't even use an example right now. Maybe you're a landlord and you're getting rent from, you know, a property or something like that. Maybe in that case. But as far as just a regular kind of job that you can think of, you're just not going to make any money if you lay in the bed for 3 days. You get where are you catching what I'm throwing? Okay. All right, I'm trying to be serious. Okay. So after seeing what happened with my dad, working 40 years at one job, and he dedicated his life, made good money, and then didn't get to really enjoy, you know, all the fruits of his labor. So when it came to me in January of 2019, I decided it just wasn't right. It took me a whole month. From January 2019 to February, that whole month, my body was just like, You know you need to go. My spirit was telling me, you know you need to go. You know, God telling me, you know you need to go. There's something, you know, I got something special for you. Well, you know, I'm hard-headed. I'm like, no, I'm going to try to work it out. No. It wasn't just a physical thing. It was physical and it was mental. I could not get motivated to go to work. I could not get motivated to smile anymore. I didn't want to give my smiles away. If you go back in my video, that's the first thing I said. I'm giving my smiles away. It's time for me, for my smiles to be from my brand, AdventurousJeriLynn. You know, I gave it away for 40 years. Now it's time for me to have my smiles for my brand. And I haven't looked back, and it's been 3 years. And so, let's see, where can I start at? 3 years ago, left the job, had a little bit of savings, not much, a little bit. And a lot of people are like, what are you going to do? You don't have a nice nest egg. No, I didn't. But a lot of people quit their job and they don't have a nice nest egg. It is what it is. You're going to find a job. You got to find what's right for you. So I suggest to you, just don't up and quit. That wouldn't be the smart thing to do. If you think something like, okay, maybe it's, we'll use an example like I used previous, photography. Okay, you want to dabble a little bit. You did some in high school. You took some pictures. You're the family photographer. Okay, and you've always liked it, but you went on to do different things. And you went to college and you went to school for what have you. And you decided that you just don't feel fulfilled. So, you know, the pandemic happened. Everything changed. People, you know, they call this, well, the 2021, the Great Resignation. Well, I guess I was ahead of the curve because I quit in February 19. But anyway, I just felt like something bigger than me. I just needed that change, you know. I try to take different examples that my dad taught me. Excuse me, drank too much coffee. I try to take different examples that he has expressed to me over the years before he passed away that I have learned and, you know, took into, well, he did this. This was the outcome. I did this and I didn't like this outcome. You know, it just didn't work. But fast forward, quit. It can be a little scary, a little eerie, a woman driver driving at night. Now, if you're, you know, I have my protection, obviously, but there's things that you still, as a woman, if there's more than one guy in the car, it doesn't, you know, I don't want to be a statistic either. And, you know, you go by your gut feeling, your women intuition, you know, your guardian angel, whatever you want to call it. I knew that driving weekends, driving nights was just not my thing. But during the daytime, I loved it. It took me a lot of different places in my hometown and going around surrounding cities. And I made really good money. I worked beginning of the week, so I didn't have to drive that much towards the end. And that worked out again. I did that for 8 months. And then again, I took a break. I saved up enough money, and it was the holidays. And I thought, I'm going to take a little break. I told the hubby, I'm like, I'm not going to drive. I'm just going to relax. And then I just dedicated a lot of it to my YouTube channel. And by the way, if you will put a pause here, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell anyone and everyone about AdventurousJeriLynn. Go ahead and subscribe. I'll wait. Hit that like button. It helps my channel grow. Anyway, so here we are. And I just never look back. Being self-employed, you know, you have to be very, what's the word I want to say? Dedicated. Again, the example I used earlier, if you want to lay in the bed for 3 days, you're not going to get paid. You've got to motivate yourself. If you're not a good motivator, if you can't get up and do stuff, that's not the job for you. You might as well stay at a traditional job. Okay. So find something. Oh, I remember. I'm looping back around. Okay. Find something that you like. So again, if you will use an example as a photography, you're the family photographer. You did it. You dabbled a little bit in high school. You want to try it. Try your passion part-time while you're working your full-time job. Just don't up and quit. So once you try it on your part-time status and like, oh, okay, this is what I like. That way you're not losing anything. Well, I didn't do that, but I'm just saying as an example, that's a way you can do it if you like, to see if this is the path you want to go down. And, all I knew in the long run that I'm not meant to be miserable. Go to work, come home, cook dinner, do laundry, watch a couple TV shows, go to sleep, then do it all over again. I felt like you know, in a vicious cycle. And only you know when you've had enough, and then you'll do something. Yeah, I heard that my whole life. Only you know. God, I could just hear, I can hear my father's voice. Only you know when you've had enough, and then you'll do something about it. If you don't like what you like, then you need to change it. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different outcome. It's just not going to happen. And, another thing too, a lot of people don't make it to retirement. So here you are, you're plugging away, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. And a lot of people don't make it to retirement because, or maybe they make it to retirement, but they don't have all their faculties, like maybe, they had a stroke, or maybe they had a bad heart, and, they, or physically they just can't move like they used to. They can't walk, or they're restricted movement. You don't know, you can't foresee what is going to happen to you. So why wait until the end of your life to say, hey, I'm going to try my passion? No. You're young, you're in relatively good health. Why not try something? And if you're not happy, then nobody's happy. The old saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. That is so true. Even though if maybe you're solo and you're not in a relationship and you don't have kids and you're rocking this all by yourself, same thing. If you're not happy, how can you put that into your business? Excuse me. Ooh, what's she drinking? It's just water. No, it's just water. Anyway. Okay. You want to work smarter, not harder. You don't want to just, what's a good thing I can say? With age comes wisdom. I want to say that hopefully at age 55, I just had a birthday just a few months ago. And I want to say that I've learned some things along the way, and I want to work smarter, not harder. So, yeah, with age comes wisdom. You know what you like and what you don't like. And remember, stress kills. If you ain't happy, you don't want to have all this stress. You don't want to bring on any stroke or heart disease or anything like that. Life itself has enough that you have to worry about everything else. So, take care of you first. All right. Maybe your circumstance has changed. Okay, so in our 3 years, our circumstances changed. We're empty nesters now. 4 kids grown out, got their own place. So maybe you don't need that house. We had a 5-bedroom, 3-bath house. Big yard, front and back. Who's going to clean that? I didn't want to clean it. Robert didn't want to cut the grass all the time. It's an old, I was going to say old vehicle. It's an old house. So things tend to need fixing. The roof, as an example, the roof, the plumbing in one of your bathrooms, or what have you. There's always something to fix in an older house. We didn't want that. So what we did was in August 2021, we finally, after all this you've been watching, finally sold the house. Man, I tell you, that was some work right there. It takes a lot. It takes a team. You don't have a good team, you're gonna be taking stuff forever to the dumpster. We rented a big dumpster. You're gonna be taking stuff to the Goodwill and Salvation Army. You're gonna be taking stuff to your friends and family. Hey, do you want this? To downsize. I'm telling you, it's a process. And I was so naive thinking that, oh yeah, we could do this in 30 or 60 days. No. You don't think you accumulated so much stuff. We lived in that house 24 years. 24 years. Yeah. And you just accumulate a lot of stuff. So, yeah, our circumstances changed. I'm looking down at my notes. Another thing that changed, paid off my vehicle. Robert's truck was already paid off. So we sold the house, paid off my vehicle, paid off some bills, debt free. And if you look at my previous video, because I'm hoping that you've looked, but if not, and this is your first time, I'm gonna play catch up for you. But also go back and check out my other videos. When we sold the house, it was really, really good. What do you call it? Housing. What do you call it? Housing boom or what have you. We did really great. So we paid what we owed, the remainder of the house, and bought a new house. We went from a 5-bedroom, 3-bath to a 1-bedroom, 1-bath lake cottage at an undisclosed lake, just for privacy. I won't mention that. So it's just us. 1-bedroom, 1-bath. That's all you need, And if he's bored or he wants to, I'm talking too much, he can go in the RV. Oh, and by the way, we bought a house, a lake house, 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Bought a 2003 Class C RV, and both those paid in cash. And we saved the rest. Not much left, but at least our house is paid. We don't have a mortgage anymore. And when the kids come, I guess there's some sleeping bags going on. Much stuff. So if your circumstances have changed, you're an empty nester like us. I'm using an example. If you don't need the space, you don't want the upkeep, it's hard. It's getting up on that ladder and changing, fixing or what have you. We just downsize. And we've been a lot happier. Okay, let's see. Wow, looks like that's a pretty good update. 3 years. Still self-employed. Quit in February 2019. Started my YouTube channel in March of 2019. Yeah. A little smaller place. But you know what? We're happier. And, when I look back and do I have any regret? I don't. He doesn't either. And the stress, he's not obligated to go out there and cut grass. I'm not obligated to go out there and help him rake leaves or what have you, which he hasn't raked leaves in forever, and I haven't. We just, after a certain time, your body, I can't do like I used to do, get out there and shovel snow. I can't get out there and rake like I used to. It was just too much. And you have to decide what is best for you. If you're solo or if you're in a relationship, married, significant other, what is best for you? But the only advice I can tell you is to do it. But do your research. And the best thing that I love about this lifestyle is freedom. You can't beat it with a stick. You like my shirt? I swear I'm a big Yellowstone fan. Don't mind me. I'm being silly. But anyway, so go back to my previous videos and look what I did in just over a series. If this is your first time here, I'm assuming all my regular adventurers, they're already caught up. They know. But again, if this is your first time, do research. Try it first part-time. Never take advice from somebody that hasn't went through it. And I've been through it 3 years ago, and here we are, and we are very, very pleased, very, very happy. And I can't think of anything that I'd rather be doing. Do I miss that big house? No. Do I miss cleaning that? No. Smaller, tiny living. Have you thought about tiny living? Or living in a mini RV, like our cargo trailer, that we were going to do. But again, I don't want to do all my spoiler alerts. Go back and, you just keep plugging away. Because you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Things used to make me happy. Beautiful things. Like I love some nice gym shoes and my designer purses and all that good stuff, But as you get older, you look at that and like, oh, God, that's a beautiful purse. Or, oh, I love her shoes. Because, My size has changed. I don't wear the same size clothes, but my shoe size hasn't changed, and carrying a purse hasn't changed. But even over those things, I'm looking at it. I have one, two, three, four pair of shoes. Four pair of shoes. At one time, I had like, anyway, try something to see if you like it. Because you know what? You never know. Say you like drawing, or say you like photography, or say you like cooking. Whatever your passion is, whatever you like, try it. Try it part-time. And maybe it will turn into something else. Baking cookies. I used to bake all the time. I thought that was going to be my out, but that's a whole nother story. But I did. I thought years ago, I thought that since I loved to bake, I was going to open up a bakery. But then that didn't work out. And this is a lot better. For some reason, I just, I don't think I think I'd probably eat my profits. I would probably eat more of my cookies, my pastries than anything else. And I didn't, yeah. Anyway, all right, we're getting silly here. All right, family. So, are you thinking about quitting? You thinking about doing, am I your favorite? I could be your favorite YouTuber. I've never had a fan. Maybe I have a fan after 3 years. I don't know. But if you are, thanks for supporting me. I would think I'd never, I don't know. I'm kind of goofy. But I'm getting away from it. But anyway, so you, yeah, try it. See what you think. Can't hurt anything. All right, you take care. We'll see you out on the open road. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That was weak. We'll see you out on the open road. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.